Well, hello all you fine people out there in YouTube land. I know I've already put up the lame-ass excuses for gun control video for the week, but you know what? We're going to skip ahead a few days, and we're going to discuss an interesting topic real quick that Piers Morgan brought up. Now, I was messing around on YouTube, going through some of my subscriptions, and well, as I've already mentioned in a previous video, school district in Arkansas has made the decision to arm 20 faculty members. That way, in the event of a mass shooting at one of their schools, there is a mechanism in place from within to defend the students, and they're not having to rely solely on outside intervention. Now, me personally, do I support it? Hell yeah, go for it. If you got so long as the teachers are trained properly and are safe and responsible, law-abiding citizens, hell yes. Now, Piers Morgan brought up an interesting point, that there were armed guards at Columbine, that there were armed guards at Virginia Tech, and there were armed guards that, and I quote, Fort Hood was swimming with armed guards. Well, here's the deal, Piers. You are an ignorant hack job from fucking England. You are a pussy-ass, failed tabloid journalist, which the fact that you got a syndicated national television freaking commentary show within our established media just says wonders about our news, but that's a discussion for a complete other day. The fact is, you're a moron. Piers Morgan, I hope you come across this video. I really, really, really do. Yes, there were 2 armed guards at Columbine. When the shooting started at Columbine, it happened about lunchtime. Now, both of those armed guards were outside of the school on a lunch break. Saying that armed guards didn't help prevent the massacre at Columbine High School when they weren't even inside of the fucking school is like trying to say that it's like trying to say your truck's a piece of shit because it won't start when there's no gas in it. But he doesn't care about that because he's trying to further a political agenda in regards to a topic that he has absolutely no fucking clue about because he's a limey British bastard. Going further, at Virginia Tech, yeah, Virginia Tech has its own sworn police force. Here's the problem. Cops cannot be every single where at the exact same fucking time. Unless there is enough people in a police force to occupy every corner on every block of their respective jurisdiction, you cannot rely 100% on police officers to prevent or instantly react to every single major or minor incident that occurs within their respective jurisdiction, to include, in the case of campus cops, a mass shooting. Add to that the fact that the fucking chink chained the doors shut, so even if they were right around the corner, as soon as he chained the goddamn doors shut, Piers, they wouldn't have had a way in. And finally, Fort Hood. Now this is the one that really pissed me off the most, because Piers Morgan, I served in the military. I know the security procedures and protocols that go into play on a military installation. To say that Fort Hood was swimming in armed guards is a fucking lie. Fort Hood has a few, like any other military installation, has a few armed private contractors, and anywhere from a squad to a platoon of military police soldiers. Now that might sound like a lot, but you gotta remember, a squad is anywhere from 10 to 15 soldiers on average. A platoon is anywhere from, oh hell, let's say 20 to 40 soldiers on average. Now again, that might sound like a lot of on-duty armed personnel in a law enforcement capacity, but then you have to think about how big Fort Hood is. Fort Hood is a huge, huge government facility that occupies tens of thousands of acres of land. Everybody else that's not an MP or at a firing range or an armor in an arms room or in a training environment, and usually when military personnel go into training with firearms, usually it's with blanks. The only other people on a military installation that have access to weapons are unit armors. The only other people aside from them that have access to weapons are units that are out either on a range somewhere training or deployed in a combat fucking zone. Within a military installation, it is pretty much a 100% gun-free zone. You can have private firearms, but they have to be registered, which is bullshit. Concealed carry it doesn't exist. Legal concealed carry on a military installation does not exist, or on any other federal reservation for that matter. So to say that Fort Hood was swimming in armed guards was an absolute lie, and another example of how the left twists the facts, or straight out doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about before they open their mouth or make an attempt to educate themselves on what they're talking about before they open their mouths. This is the NRA Man Forever, reminding you that united we stand, divided we sure as hell will fall. Join the NRA.